on iRacing to introduce you to a brand new series. And we welcome you in tonight to the brand new Captain eSports Network. I've already slipped up one. I said Captain TV already. Whoopsies! My bad. But we'll move on and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. We welcome you in to Music City, USA, the SuperSpeedway, the newest oval track here on iRacing. And we welcome you in to what is going to be a very fun race tonight. It is part of the LSRL. I have been practicing those letters to make sure I do not get them backwards. LSRL, Light Sim Racing League. The Gridfinders Xfinity Series, Music City 200. It's race number 1 of 13 in the fall season. You're going to see every race here on Captain TV. And there it is. I did it again. Captain eSports Network. I will get used to the change. I promise you. It's going to take a little bit of work. But I am the captain. We welcome you in tonight to what is going to be a spectacular race, a new season here in the Xfinity Series. Some interesting rules that we're going to talk about here throughout. And so much fun. But the action's going to happen really quickly here throughout this evening, because we are in a track that, in a series that features heat racing, and I mean quick 5-lap heat racing that are going to make this very interesting. Partly cloudy skies tonight, 78 degrees ambient, 104 down on the track with 55% relative humidity, wind blowing to the north at 2 miles an hour, so pretty default weather when you look at it. Of course, that is brought to you by Lonnie's Travel World. Weather report. There's qualifying going on right now down on track. And let's see what is all taking place down here, as got about 2.5 minutes left. And right now, Justin Wilson is the pole sitter for this race. Adam Brady up to second right now. And I say that, Dylan Reed jumps up to second. I'm sorry, I misread that. Jason Dalton, a gentleman I know out of Virginia, he is third right now. Brandon Sheets is fourth, and Brandon Ayers, the top 5 right now as they qualify these cars. And let's take you down onto the track and see what is all going on and who is out there still running laps right now. Sheets is out there. Let's go check on the driver, the number 78 here. That is Mark Bremkamp. Let's get you some audio for the cars. We appreciate all the newcomers to the series tonight. If you're someone new watching tonight because of this series, we appreciate you joining us here at this 1.33 mile super speedway, if you'll call it. It's a super speedway. It kind of races like a short track. And you'll see it how tonight there's, you see the 78 getting a little hospital hop there in 3 and 4 as he comes off the corner. Now this track obviously has been been around for a long time, but this season NASCAR made their return to it, and because of that, obviously we got it on iRacing, and here we are running tonight in the Gridfinder Xfinity Series. So again, big shout out to everybody who's watching this evening, and please ask, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'm looking forward to getting to know all these drivers and getting to learn about them. There's a few of them I know from previous series that you see here on Captain eSports Network, but there's plenty of them here I don't. So there's going to be some names I hopefully don't get wrong. I'm going to do everything I can not to. But in the end, that's where you're here for chat. I read chat all the time. I love to talk to viewers. I love to talk to the racers and stuff. We're going to do interviews throughout the race, of course, and try to bring some different things. And I do want to give a shout out to Harold. Of course, One Lap to Go Studios. Harold has got a big opportunity in his hands, and I congratulate him on that. I've actually worked with him here in the last couple of weeks. He's set me up with all the stuff that he has had here on the network, and so on and so forth. He's actually going to be racing tonight, so looking forward to calling his race and actually maybe having a word with him here later on. He's actually qualified 13th right now at a 30.951, so looking forward to seeing Harold out there on the track as qualifying will come to an end, and it looks like it will be Justin Wilson. Congratulations to him as we get ready to do the heat race. We congratulate Justin. There he is in the Twitch TV number 58, the winner.
Hey, Seth, jump in this real quick.
Pole award at 30.668 seconds. So congratulations to Justin. He is the pole award winner for this evening and the first pole of the season, obviously, for the series. So
since I just jumped in here with 0 lap, what's the situation now?
let me turn the audio off there in the cars. All right, yeah, let's get down here and get ready for our first race here, shall we? And it is going to be a heat race that will field 8 cars, it looks like right now. And those 8 are going to be these guys right here, Justin Wilson. And, of course, I'm going to get tested right off the bat with this one, Ira Kohlhaas. I'm going to go with it. Kohlhaas in the second position. Dylan Gonis and Harold Darner. There's Harold. Good luck, buddy. Start there in row number 2. Chris Hahn, I'm sorry there, Chris. And Matt Telder, Robbie Buckner, Joe Owen. And those will be the 8 in this 5-lap heat race that will go green here in just a second. Cars, I believe, are down on pit road. Believe it or not, I have not ran a race yet here at Nashville. I've run a few laps, but that is it. So when it comes to where they even start the race or where they even come to the grid and everything like that, no clue. They're out on track, actually. It's where they are right now. So let's jump down. There they are. I'm like, are they on pit road? Where are they? I had to go find them. They had already rolled away because they were ready to roll. So here we go, guys. New network, new home for the LSRL is here on Captain Esports Network. We welcome all the viewers in, and we welcome the racers in, and let's put on a good show tonight. Nashville SuperSpeedway. It's heat race number 1, 5 laps. Let's go. Off the bat, Justin Wilson up to the lead. Kohlhaas there at second. Gonis, Darner, and Chris Hahn. Your top 5 of the battle on for the second position right now. As you see, Gonis making the pass on Kohlhaas. Hard with Chris Hahn, the 71 car in the 3rd position right now. One thing you will see us feature here on Captain Esports Network this season, cameras made by TrackCam for Gourmet. You can check them out, trackcams22.com. Now tonight we won't have track stuff because it's a brand new track on iRacing, so they haven't had a chance to set it up. But you will get the cars as you see a little looseness there out of Hahn. Good battle in here with the 29 off turn 4. It's a good little warm-up, I guess, so to say we can call it. And for those who maybe didn't get to practice, so on and so forth, it's their chance to get a couple laps and, like they say, a little bit of a warm-up, so to say, for this race. Harold back there in the 01, the one-to-go car. Robbie Buckner in the number 9. They'll say 194 in the ticker, but it is the number 9. And then the 102, that is Matthew Telder. Lap speed's around 31 seconds right now. 38, the fastest lap by Justin Wilson. These cars kind of single filing out. The Aero going to play a pretty big role tonight. It's fast enough speeds on this track that it is going to make it very tough to pass. But these Xfinity cars, they're low downforce. Especially you see that spoiler in the back. Not too big a one. And here at our final lap. Hey, why not? Presented by One to Go Studios. There you go. That one's for Harold. He did such a good job. He deserves that mention. So, as Justin Wilson going to bring her off turn 3 and 4. And to the checkered flag as he is going to be the first heat race winner of the season. The 58 showing his speed tonight at Nashville. Kohlhaas, Gonis, Hahn, Darner, Buckner, and Telder will be the final finishers. Yep, am I a little too loud? That's I'm not hearing myself too well on my phone over here. That's why I was kind of. All right, so on to the second heat race we go. The heat races go really quick. They like throw the field up just right in front of you all of a sudden. And let's take a look at the lineup for this one. It will be Dylan Reed and Brandon Sheets. On the outside of row number 1, Brian Sutphin, another great driver there in the 26. Leonard Frost Anthony, and I've been practicing this one. When the boss man has a name, you got to get the boss man right. Anthony Giugliano. I did my best. Hopefully I did right. Jeff Converse will start there in the 6th position. Joseph Marotta in the 7th position there. Row 4, Michael Cooper will round out the field, I believe, of 8 cars in this race. Yep, that is it. So 8 cars will start this race as they roll off. No, thank you, Julian. Appreciate your help, man. Like I said, there was going to be some little flaws here and there that I'm going to fix and catch and make edits and do everything I need to do. A very unique-looking Rowdy Energy Toyota. Start next to another energy drink in the 72, the Bang Toyota. And then you got the end of the energy drinks. You got the KJD2 of Brian Sutphin and the Moneyline number 11 there on the outside as they come to the green flag here. Dylan Reed, Sheets, Sutphin, Frost. And 8 cars going to take them to the start of heat race number 2 on the Captain Esports Network. Welcome in, viewers and drivers. That was pretty spiffy. Oh, and a couple cars get together back here in the back. Michael Cooper was one of them. The other one is Jeff Converse, the 92. And that Send It Camaro got a little bit of damage on her. As we stay green, we'll continue on here. As Converse just getting past the line, unfortunately, he will finish in the 8th position here. But the battle up front here, Sutphin has moved up to 2nd. Giugliano up to 3rd with Brandon Sheets in the top 4. Frost in 5th. As they work their way into turn 3. One thing I will say that kind of shocked me about the release of this track, they did not put lights on it. This track has lights. And the battle here, 72 and 11. Oh, watch out. Don't hit the boss man. That's rule number 1, you don't take your teammate out. Rule number 2, you don't take the boss out. That's just common sense rules I've learned in iRacing. As one car having a little warping issues there. That Monster Energy number 17, the 3rd of the 3 energy drinks in the field. So technically the energy drinks have about a 35% chance of winning this race. But Dylan Reed is running away and hiding right now. 4/10 over Brian Sutphin, 2 laps to go. Sheets about a 2.5 seconds back, and then there's Giugliano putting pressure on that 11. Anthony was kind of talking to me before the race, outside of doing some admin stuff. He was talking to me a little bit about his car. He's like, man, I'm way off the pace right now. You kind of see it here, unfortunately. He's falling back some 3 spots in the race as he takes the final lap here. Off of turn 4 to 39. Dylan Reed going to win heat race number 2. Sutphin going to be 2nd. Sheets and Frost and Giugliano, your top 5. This will sort out the order between these drivers. And there is no warm-up. We go straight to heat race number 3. I think I see where that joke is going there. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. For heat race number 3 is going to have, well, not showing anybody for some reason. But either way, I promise there's cars out there. They're in the pits right now. All right, so as the cars roll out, Jason Dalton going to be on the pole here. There we go. I was like, why is it not cutting him? Dalton Ayers, let's see, I'll go ahead and stick the lineup over here on the left-hand side. Somebody's not showing the grid for this one, so there you go. There's your lineup. Dalton Ayers, Harvey, Fontaine, Moore, Lee, Bouchard, and Brigante will be the 8 starters in this one. And off of turn number 4, Jason Dalton, a Virginia driver, a young man I know who's running multiple series that you see here on Captain eSports Network, leads them to the pole. Or to the green, I guess. Oh. Ooh, 51 up into the wall, got pinched a little bit there by Harvey. Ayers probably not going to be too happy with that move. Right off the bat is going to be Dalton leading this race in a pretty tight battle, 2nd through 5th right now. I believe it's just enough to fill the field up. I believe it was supposed to be 2, but I think we got a pretty big field here, so it's going to be a decent amount here, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Heat races are fun. Part of the race. Why not? Oh, some contact. And around goes the 13. Andy Brigante off the bumper of the Smith & Wesson number 40. Now there's no cautions in the series. Well, let's see what happened. Actually, we're a little bit behind here. It's going to be about a lap or so. Brigante has come to pit road with 2 laps to go. As Fontaine has gone to lead, he and, oh, never mind, I guess Dalton's blinking out. I noticed my ticker all of a sudden went wonkers for a second. I don't know what it's got going on over here. Oh, it looks like just a bunch of cars getting loose there, and there's the contact, the 40 into the 13. Is out, and it is Fontaine, and look at this, and Dalton side by side here. The 97 of Harvey looking to make a move. So making Fontaine the sponsor. Dalton with the advantage off turn 4. Fontaine going to try to cross him up. It won't happen. Dalton, P3. And another heat race coming up. Hey, this has been good stuff so far. You cannot complain, right? Definitely been some great action so far here in this Gridfinder Xfinity Series. get you to grid here in just a second. Just actually trying to fix one small issue on my end, so apologies for the, shall we call it, technical difficulties. You see the cars rolling out here. They'll get their one lap before they start. All right, car's going to come off of turn 4 in the hands of the 19 of Seth Ryder. He is on the pole. Mark Brenkamp, Adam Brady, Brandon Thornhill, Landon Quisenberry, Cameron Hearn. He's a fast one, as we learned in the last couple seasons, right? Jason Maines and Dan Worley. Old school, that Rockwell Automation number 19. So many stories about that car, including a Milwaukee Mile race that I'm sure that sponsor and Eric Almirola will forget one day in their lives. And we got a Blippy paint scheme. Michael Steffen, if you're watching, you have an argument now for who's Blippy. Green flag out. That's odd. But the 19 pulls out to a pretty good sizable lead right now over the 78. Adam Brady there in third. And really, these cars are getting more and more racier back here. Seems like they've watched those first couple heat races and they're like, all right, we can do this, we can do that. That's what they're doing here. 3 laps to go as Seth Ryder goes fast lap, 30.8. Side by side for third with Brady and Thornhill. That's Thornhill in the 15 car, so I got to get used to that one. Turn number 4, going to see the final lap as Ryder has Brenkamp right there on his bumper. You see the 77. Here comes Cameron Hearn into the picture now. Talking to the guys. Just kind of giving myself some review of the league and stuff of the history. And the one name that kept coming up was Cameron Hearn. And how fast he is, and I can admit from another league that I've raced with him in and broadcasted for and done so many things with. That guy's very fast. And someone else who's fast tonight, Seth Ryder, comes off turn number 4. He's going to hold off Bremkamp's in heat race number 4 to the Rockwell Automations Toyota. And it sounds like they're wrecking. And that is going to be it as we are finally into the main event after 4 fantastic heat races. We are getting ready to put the show on. As the cars grid. You see them down there on the line right now. Let's take a look again. Let's start by talking about the pole award winner. There he was, Justin Wilson. He won his heat race also, 30.668. Put a cap on that pole award. The 58 of Justin Wilson as we lead you to the starting grid for the Music City 200 here at Nashville SuperSpeedway, presented by Gridfinder. Justin Wilson on the pole alongside Dylan Reed, Jason Dalton, Seth Ryder. Those are your 4 heat race winners. We'll start 1 through 4. Ira Koss and Brian Sutphin in row number 3. Row 4, that's where you will see Samuel Fontaine and Mark Bremkamp. Dylan Gonis, Brandon Sheets, row number 5. Row 6, Chris Harvey, Cameron Hearn. Row 7, Chris Hahn, Leonard Frost. Row number 8, Jeremy Moore, Landon Quisenberry. And there's row 9, Harold Darner and Anthony Gugliano. I know I was going to do that once. Giogliano, Brandon Ayers, Jason Maines, Robbie Buckner, Michael Cooper, Keith Bouchard, Brandon Thornhill, Matt Telder and Joseph Marotta there in row number 13. Row 14, Dale Lee, Adam Brady. And then the guys that had issues in their heat race, Joe Owen, Jeff Converse, Andy Brigante, Dan Worley, and that will set the field for the Nashville Music City 200. Appreciate the viewers joining us tonight. 150 laps going to make up this race. As the pace car is in, as we welcome in the LSRL to Captain Esports Network. Sit back, seatbelts on, and enjoy the ride as we go racing in Music City, USA. This is the first lap, of course, presented by Sim Speed Shop. Check them out, simspeedshop.com. As Wilson leads him into 1. Side-by-side racing, 3rd place on back. One thing I've been told by some people I've talked to just kind of behind the scenes and learning about the series and stuff, as you see Dalton slide underneath the 39 here early for the 2nd position, is this series you're going to see a lot of green flag racing in it. These guys put some great racing on, and I'm looking forward to seeing that good, clean racing. Oh, and I say that right as they wreck over turn 1. Got a pretty big wreck back here. Harold Darner's got some damage. I was going to talk to him too. The 45 involved, Jason Maines. Big wreck here, 71 also. Leave it to the broadcasters, Jinx, to kick off his league debut here, huh? And the Elliott Sadler eSports car, the Jason Maines car, that thing is torn up. No resets in his series either. All right, let's roll that beautiful bean footage, as I like to say, and see what happened to bring the caution out. Turn 4, I see that Giuliano up there in the picture. Oh, a little net code there. Somebody got sideways of some net code. Jason Maines gets turned, the 7 gets into there. Anyway, our first caution here of the evening. Let's look at it one more time. On board with Harold. Oh, big net code. 74 gets hooked by, I can't see who that car was on the outside. It might have been Giogliano. It is, actually. And there's Harold getting his damage. So caution out here for the first time at the Nashville SuperSpeedway virtually. And you see Darner on pit road. Unfortunately, the gentleman who I have some big shoes to fill in this series is pit road damaged, unfortunately. That's tough for him, man. He was excited to get back on the track. He's been doing a lot of the broadcasting here on the series and has done a fantastic job, man. Like I said, I've got a lot of shoes to fill here. A lot of the stuff you see tonight is thanks to Harold and so on and so forth. So much credit to him. I'm thinking we're going to want to go this time by here. Caution lap's going to go really quickly. And the pace car lights are out indeed. The fence kind of fooled me there a little bit. As I said, if you're a new viewer to the channel, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Get out there and tell two friends that tell two friends, as I like to say. You're watching the Gridfinder Xfinity Series here, part of the Light Speed Racing League. I've been practicing that one. I'll make sure I get that one right. I've got it written down actually in front of me. So Wilson going to lead Dalton back to the green flag. Dylan Reed's there in the fourth position, actually third on the inside, or outside, I should say. They're next to Seth Ryder, Ira Kohlhaas, and Brian Sutphin, row number 3, as we're back to green lap number 6. Now, green flag starts on the leader, or on the caution car pulls off on the flag man, but then restarts are on the leader once the pace car is fully off. So that's where you get to see the early start there. By the 58, he gets a good start. Into turn number 1, you see them side by side already. Fontaine going to make a move down inside the 22 car. '78 trying to stick it in there. That might not be such a smart idea. He does a good job staying out of there. And more trouble in the back. I hear skid marks and no caution so far. It looks like that car is right there. That is 33 Dan Worley. Looks like he's lost the nose a little bit there and got some heavy nose damage. We continue on, no caution. Looks like everybody was able to save it. There's Cameron Hearn, the Blippy car, up to the 9th position right now. Pretty heavy braking through the corner. You got to kind of let the car set. Not much banking on this track. Only about, what, 12 degrees, I believe it is. Ooh, that got close. And Hearn had to get out of the gas there a little bit. The 27 is going to slide by of Gonis. Hearn kind of playing it patient right now. See the 78 under attack from a gentleman you're going to hear me call Gru a lot. And if you watch the movie, Despicable Me, or the Minions movies and stuff like that, you will learn really quickly who Gru is. And you'll see why, if you ever get a chance to listen to an interview with Sam Fontaine, why I call him Gru. And he loves it. Loves the fact that I call him that. 11 laps in. Look at this. Big movers in the race already. Brandon Thornhill up 13 spots. Brady up 13 also, and Brigante up 10 after starting tail end Charlie on the field as they go past the Giuliano car. There's a lap down. Wilson not really able to get away. He's got about 3/10 over Ryder. There's the 68 of Thornhill, as I just mentioned. Way off the pace there. Obviously some heavy engine damage. Engine might need some Monster Energy or something in it. Chris Harvey back here finished third in his heat race, running in the 12th position right now, with Brandon Sheets also there in front of him. 29 cars right now on the lead lap still. These guys starting to kind of sort it out a little bit. Look back at Brandon. Well, I believe he's a rookie. I'll have to check on that. I see the R there next to his name, but I've always had issues with that letter R in names. Seems like. Got the 11 there of Leonard Frost behind him. Back up here, right behind, it's Brunkamp and Ryan Sutphin battling it out. The 7th and 8th position there with Cameron Hearn behind him. Very easy on this track to slide up into an outside corner, so you got to be very, very careful. And not to mention one thing I haven't said all night, this track's concrete. So the same feel you get at Dover with the joints in the track and you just kind of bounce around a little bit, they're getting that same feel out here, except it speeds up like 160 to 170 mile an hour. Racing throughout the field here as we are 17 laps in to this 150 lap event. Music City 150. As Cameron Hearn looking underneath Sutphin now. So Brian's starting to kind of fall back a little bit here. And this is our chance. We're going to step away for a quick second. As you see the top 5 on the screen, it is the Music City 150 here on Captain TV, and we'll be right back.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Back we are. Nashville SuperSpeedway. We've been watching a fierce battle here during the break going on. Brian Sutphin and those guys. It is the Music City 150 here, the Gridfinder Xfinity Series, race number 1 of 13 on the season. You see the top 5, still Justin Wilson leading Dalton, Ryder, Colas, and Fontaine here after 23 laps in this race. We look down from the Captain eSports Network drone that flies over the track. A good side-by-side racing here going on. We see the 27 sliding up the track, allowing Sutphin to fill that gap. Sutphin going to put his next battle on Reed, which is about 1.4 seconds ahead. Let's jump back here. These guys just continue to fight it out. Brent Camp on the outside there, Harvey on the inside, Jonas there. 25 laps in, Nashville producing some great side-by-side racing, allowing a little bit of an outside group to exist here, which is really cool. As Dylan Reed and Fontaine are side-by-side. I will tell you this, if you do not know who Sam Findell, caution out. It is, not sure where it's at. Gotta go find it. Might be a competition caution. I know there's a couple of those in the series. And here comes everybody. And I mean everybody's to pit road. More tires and fuel. For pretty much every car, looks like, except for the 5, who's going to win the race off pit road. Of Joseph Marotta, Fontaine, Wilson, some strategy going into play here for some of these cars. Bring an interview in here. The old broadcast booth. It's a driver running right now, P4, who's definitely shown he's one of the fast cars this evening. And I'm talking about Jason Dalton. Jason, man, you've definitely shown you got a pretty good hot rod in that 73 tonight. How you feeling so far in this race, and how you feeling about Nashville?
Yeah, feeling pretty good about it. The car seems to be handling pretty good, and you know, when you're running and following a line like Justin Wilson, I've learned a few things from him that's helped me out as well. So I'm just sitting here trying to drive and learn right now.
You got a little less than 125 laps to go. What's it going to take to get that KJD to number 73 to victory lane?
Probably a whole lot of luck like usual, but hopefully I can do a little pit strategy here and conserve my tires. I think that's going to be where it's at.
All right, brother. Well, great job so far, man. And we look forward to maybe talking to you in victory lane. Justin's been pretty tough, but it looks like you got some strategy there in front of you.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, buddy. Jason Dalton there in the 73. Going to be an individual you're going to hear a lot from this season. When it comes to doing a lot of cool things, he's a driver that will support pretty much all of his family and friends. If they got something going on health-wise or whatever, they will talk about that. They will throw a paint on there and all that kinds of things. And Jason's all about taking care of people. As you see, Anthony Giugliano getting the wave around there as he'll get back to the lead lap. So maybe get some damage worked on that car. There's Telder, Converse. Yeah, I think this was the competition caution because I'm looking right now, and I don't see anybody in my events page here with any kind of issues. So we'll see how that carries on here throughout this race. Pace car going to bring the cars off of turn 4. And we'll go back green here at lap number 29 with this Music City 150. Good restart for Fontaine. One car way out of line down into the grass back there. The 45 had to make a evasive maneuver there. Trouble in the back. Telder's been spun around. And caution is out for a third time, but Telder, also the 9 of Buckner involved. Let's go see. Transpires here with Telder, the driver out of Michigan. They're coming to the restart here. .45, you saw him jump out of line there. Like, whoa, that was evasive. Oh, and Telder gets very tight there. Oh, you know what? He might have got on the splitter. Giuliano gets into him. So Telder looks like he goes to brake for a car into the corner, and I think he got on the splitter. Watch one more again here. On board with Telder. He gets on the brakes pretty hard right there. And you see the car kind of slide up a little bit. I wonder if it's splitter maybe a little bit there. So caution out for the third time here. Fontaine holding on right now after what was appears to be a 2-tire pit stop from the 22 there. See 9.3 seconds in the pits there. So a 2-tire for Fontaine, and the rest of these guys 4 tires and fuel for the rest of them here. Now, one other thing we should mention, we are going to be a part of the Cup Series that runs on Wednesday night also. So their first race is actually tomorrow night. However, going to be a little different as we're actually going to do some experimenting and working on some things. I have a already previous committed series on Wednesday night. And unfortunately, it's at the same time as this series. And I told him I don't want to say no. So we're actually setting up a tape delayed broadcast, so to say, that basically the race is going to run tomorrow night, and then we're going to come in later on in the week and broadcast the race live there for you, and let you guys enjoy the racing, and even let the drivers be a part of the broadcast. That'll be a pretty cool feature, and some other creative things we might come up with. You never know. But that look forward to doing that as they're going to run the new gen, the next gen car. So a lot of great features coming up here on the Captain Esports Network for The LSRL. Even a practice doesn't work for me. Sorry, guys. I'm working on it. Makes you guys feel any better. I botch my name all the time, too. But I do want to send some shout-outs. Anthony Giuliano, Hale Darner, Sam Fontaine right there in the lead. Also, Michael Steffen, who's not here tonight. Those were the 4 guys that pretty much hooked up this deal. I guess it all started with, Harold announcing he was going to move on to something. And basically when that happened, it opened up the door, and Sam and Stefan made the suggestion to Anthony, hey, go check out this weird guy that does his other broadcasting. And here I am, the weird guy's on the channel now. So, yes, I laugh at my own terrible jokes. So we're going to come back to the restart here with Fontaine in the lead at lap 35. Wrapping up the 3rd caution of the night, the 58 of Wilson, Dalton, Cameron Hearn now up to the 4th position with Dylan Gonis and Ira Kohlhaas there in the 6th position as they come back to the green flag. Into turn number 1 and 2. This 1.33 mile oval in Lebanon, Tennessee, which is roughly, you take I-40 out of the city, head out about, 30 minutes or so. That's where you'll find this track. You've seen a nice move there for position as Thornhill took advantage of Sheet sliding up the track, and bang, he was past him. No pun intended. How about Harold back here? The 01 car. He's up in the 14th position after getting his car damaged there, and he hits the wall as I say hi to him. Harold doing a solid job there. Cameron Hearn going fastest lap, 30.7 that time by. Fontaine has held on here with the tires, and here comes Hearn. Oh, Blippy. He's going to take the lead here potentially. Fontaine fighting though. I will say this, Fontaine will be one of the toughest cars to pass out here all season long. This is how Fontaine races. He'll race you clean, but you don't have to force it by him. Cameron kind of got him up the track a little bit there, and I think that's going to get the position. So Hart will take the lead here. And the 58 going to jump inside there with him. Here does Wilson coming with him. So the tires really starting to kind of equal out a little bit. As Travis Icavacci's already betting on Telder. I guess it's a good thing that Travis just got here. He missed what happened in caution number 3. Oh, look like 27 back there got the wall. Now it's Harvey to get the run into the corner into turn 1. 68 there behind him, as I mentioned, Thornhill and those guys. .40 laps complete, and there's Fontaine getting tight again there. He almost got the wall next to 73 of Dalton. Kind of scary there. And Ira Kohlhaas, who's been slowly just kind of hanging out there in that Pepsi number 29. running P4. As Thornhill and Gonis continue to fight it out. One car we haven't heard from really since the beginning of the race. He's been running pretty well, but we got to go all the way back here to the 12th position to find him, and that's Seth Ryder, the 19 car. Started up there near the front in the second row, but he has had to fight through this field, and that is because of a 37-second pit stop on his first pit stop of the race. Well, obviously the 19 got to work his way through the 75 there of Landon Quisenberry. TV. If you're new to the channel, watching us tonight here, representing the LSRL for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Love to be a part of it. Honored to be a part of the series. Honored to be part of just so many great series here on the Captain Esports Network. And it looks like we've added another banger, no pun intended, again to the bang car. As Giuliano making an unscheduled pit stop, unfortunately running down in the 30th position right now. Not a good race for Anthony. These guys just continue to battle. I want to cut away from it. Oh, the 19, I thought he was going to take her 3 deep. He was trying to get the 72 to make a little mistake, and he realizes that Dylan Reed's just as fast behind him in that 39 car. Got to be very patient working way up here through the field. Of course, not the cleanest air in the world. There's the 19 making the dive in on the 72. He'll get the pass here, I think. You see Fontaine starting to really fall back now on those 2 tires. He tried. I don't know if he was trying to get a quick caution maybe to work something out there, but it doesn't seem to be working his way right now. And this is a hornet's nest right here. As Hearn leads by a 10th right now over Wilson, so we'll keep an eye on that battle. But this is easily the best fight on the track with all these cars right here. Not sure if Anthony blew a motor or not. I'm looking over there. He's still on pit road right now. He's been there for about 2 minutes or so. Unfortunately, his motor might have finally went kaboom. And it's a tough break for him. So looking at speeds mid-corner, roughly around 125 to 130 miles an hour straightaway speeds. Towards about 175 down here into turn 1. So you could say this is a short track, being a mile and a third. It's different. There's no, I think, ands, ifs, or buts about it. It's different. So these guys have settled down for a second. There's Sutphin now into the picture here as he works the inside of Thornhill. Sliding up the track just a little bit there. You see the speeds. Time has already fallen off about a second a lap. That's Quisenberry who's going to go by 4 positions, move him up. 13 15th position for him. There's a 51 sliding by, so 68 falling back as Ayers makes the move also. Talked about really tonight there is that LSRL number 77 Adam Brady, and I believe I'm guessing that's a hashtag in the front. I'm just kind of guessing. I have to get the details and talk to Mr. Brady after the race. Wilder graphics there on the back end of the car, but what I believe is a hashtag on the front of that car, or it's pound, one of the two. I guess in today's world it is going to be a hashtag. Up here in the lead, Justin Wilson has not let Cameron Earn get away, and neither has Dalton really. Dalton about 8/10 back. Those three have kind of opened up here on the field. As we combine, we'll continue with number 53 of this Music City 150 here at the Nashville SuperSpeedway. We appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. We're going to step away for a quick second. We'll come back and get you more racing here on Captain TV.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Welcome back to the Music City 150. As usual, just like real TV, you get a a caution during a commercial break. And I believe this is the second competition caution. They're running two tonight of this race. And you see the race off pit road. Ooh, that's close. I think Wilson got him barely. I was looking, as you saw us cut back, to see if there was a wreck or something, but I'm not seeing anything on the events page here on the website showing me of any kind of accident or anything here, bringing out the caution. So I believe this is the second caution. So we do have some strategy, though, as Ira Kohlhaas has stayed out. He's got 30 laps on his tires here. And he's going to bring the 29 car down pit road. Now, one thing you're going to see here, just to explain if you're wondering, well, why competition cautions and stuff. Basically, they're wanting to keep the racing exciting. After talking to Anthony Gigliano, who's the owner of the league, he was talking to me. He's like, they have a lot of green flag racing now. Tonight they've had some cautions. But they threw these in, one, because they want to keep the racing going and kind of put some interest into it, basically, for a lack of a better way of putting it. But also, at the same time, there is a rule that you won't see tonight, but at next week's race, in the series, which will be at Michigan, you'll see that next Tuesday night here at the Virtual Michigan Speedway. The winner of this race after the first heat goes to the back. A little twist. And the reason that is because, again, they want it to be fresh. They want drivers to be able to have fun and have a chance to win, and not have one guy dominate, which could happen in some of these races and stuff. So they're putting some different perspective into racing, which nothing wrong with. I have no problem with it. I think it's kind of a cool and interesting way of looking at it. But credit them for trying something different. Why not? I've always been told to do something different.
Hey, Chris, you got a copy?
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, and I'm up in the booth with you for a second.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm blowing up, sitting in the pits. So
I see that, man.
Hang out with you for a minute, if you don't mind.
In. Welcome in, Anthony Giuliano. Did I get it right?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Okay.
Giuliano, but had to work.
Oh,
Doesn't
all right.
matter enough. So
Practice.
yeah, we're at the second comp caution. So comp cautions were laps 25 and 55. Spread them out 25 laps plus the 5 for pacing. So 25 and 55, it'll be green from here on out. We do have a lot of good racers in here, just like you were mentioning. So tightening up that field really makes it more interesting for the broadcast. There are no points or anything given, but a lot of fun to watch these guys battle up front. 3 up front are pretty dang good. Justin Wilson, Cameron Hearn, 2 of the best out here. Hey, they got into Jason Maines there. He's also a quick guy. So all these guys in the front you're going to see pretty cool. But wanted to give a quick shout out to, if you don't mind, to Ira Kohlhaas running a special car. It says Get Well Buckshot. That's Brandon Massey's dad. Had some issues, put him in hospital last week, and just kind of wishing him to get well with that paint scheme today. So I think that's why he was up front on that last one, as we go green here.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see, man. Well, to keep you in the booth here for a little bit here as Wilson leads him back to the green. But Anthony, talk a little bit about the series. Obviously new to the channel. You guys had a great broadcaster. Harold Darner is out here on track tonight, doing his best right now. He's 18th right now in the standings. But talk about a little bit about your series to the viewers and stuff, and what can we expect throughout the season?
Yeah, well, we've had some really good drivers. Obviously, a lot of loyalty in the league. Started about 2 years ago. This will be our 3rd full season. So it's obviously, as you can see, growing each and every year. Love having you guys on board. Harold's taking a job doing some production for a bigger group. So glad to get you on board here broadcasting for us. It's a lot of action, a lot of good drivers you'll get to know over some time. But we try to, again, like you said, keep it interesting. So like you were mentioning earlier, next week the winner of this race will get an EOL at the end of the first competition caution. So a couple of things we do different. In iRacing, a lot of guys try to come out and hit a fast lap during practice and don't really practice a whole lot of racing strategy or pit strategy. So we qualify here. We do heat races here. The heat races typically put those guys that don't get out here and race side by side with other guys, puts them in the back, kind of the chain, as it were. So evens the field out a little bit for the race. We go racing, have the 2 competition cautions to tighten up the field, and whoever wins the race tonight would go to the back after the first comp caution next week. Just give everybody a chance, because you're going to see these guys, Justin Wilson, Cameron Hearn, they're going to be up front a good bit in every race. Fontaine's quick, Dalton's quick. I mean, you got a lot of guys up here that are just fast. Seth Ryder's quick. So it's a great group of guys. Not only are they fast, they're a great group of guys to be around.
I've already had my first name correction of the night, as I heard Anthony say Reader, not Ryder, as I've been saying all night. So thank you for that.
And I may be wrong on it, but I'm pretty sure it's Seth Ryder.
We'll go with it. You know more than I do. But no, it's going to be a fantastic series to be a part of with you guys, and obviously we were already seeing great racing out here, great side-by-side racing. You mentioned Jason. Obviously it looked like some netcode turned you into, or got you into Jason, but he's actually repaired, it looks like, for the most part, up to the 11th position right now.
Yeah, he's going to be fast. You know, he's part of the Elliott or the Sadler. I think it's Elliott Sadler eSports, or gosh, I'm going to butcher that, but Elliott will kill me for it. But either way, so and you'll see those guys in here every now and then. Tonight, I think Hermie's running the restaurant, and Elliott's getting ready for Road to Pro, and Jason will have to go out because he runs Road to Pro for those guys too. But yeah, I hated to get looks like a little bit of net code. I tried to stay off the wall there and stay off of him, but we had a couple feet between us, but it just turned him and turned me. But yeah, he's going to pull up there pretty quick, even though he's got some damage.
One last thing here, real quickly. Sponsors, you have got a ton. Obviously, great help. Partners, part of this series. Why don't you give them all a shout out and stuff? I mean, we got a list of plenty. We got a good amount of them, but some great partners you guys have had a part of the program here for the first 3 seasons.
Yeah. So first off, you know, sponsoring this race tonight, this division is going to be Gridfinder. Man, they've really done a lot with us. We ran a race with them last year. Finished and won the race with our LSRL trucks in one of their invitationals, and they've got us a prominent spot on their page. They're restreaming your stream tonight here on their page.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to get a bunch of views. So you know, got to thank the guys over at Gridfinder for helping us out, not only with promotion but financially as well. Then you know, personal plug with Wilder Graphics is where I paint cars. That's going to be the sponsor for the Cup Series. So if anybody's out there looking for a paint for a Cup car, it doesn't really matter. I can do pretty much anything out there: sprint cars, dirt cars, asphalt, road course. Doesn't matter. We like to have fun. So check out Wilder Graphics. Sim Speed Shop and Proto Sim Tech, both owned by Jason Eisenhower. Man, he's great job. If you need a button box, he gives us a button box to give away throughout the season. We'll randomly give that away to a random driver in a random race. So he supports us, has a lot of fun. We've got Anthony Ludi won that last year. Got him a nice little Speedster 2 button box. So thank those guys too. Track Time Entertainment gives us some financial backing plus a $150 gift certificate to give one of our drivers randomly as well. Sweat Less, got to thank Reggie over at Sweat Less and Dry Towel. He's hooked us up last season. Every pole winner, if it's their first time winning a pole, they won a Sweat Less hat. You can visit them at sweatless.com. A lot of great stuff out there. Reggie, great mind, small business owner, just kind of starting out on that product line. So yeah, man, I don't think I'm missing anybody. I hope I'm not missing anybody, but you know, we got a lot of them. We appreciate all of them, and not only them, the drivers for coming out, man. It's you know, that's what makes it all fun. We're just saying that a little bit ago, is you know, you get some of these official races and stuff like that, tensions get high, but even here, you know, it's my bad, no problem, just out here for fun, but at the same time, we're all racing hard. So love the league, love the drivers we've got. We've got a good group. Obviously, you see a lot of green flag racing here. A lot of fast cars, a lot of good sponsors.
No, it's been a lot of fun here so far. Great racing, great start to the season. We come up to halfway here in the first race of the season. And awesome partners, as you mentioned, great drivers here tonight. We're looking forward to being part of the fun here, starting this week in Nashville, next week to Michigan. And we'll be with you on Wednesday, or with the Wednesday night races also, as you mentioned, as part of the next-gen cars, which is going to be a lot of fun. I haven't done one of those broadcasts yet, so I'm looking forward to listening to the sound of those muscle machines going out there on the track. But looking forward to everything this season, man. And I know it's been a tough start to you, but you know what? The positive here, 30 cars, great start to the field, and a great start to your season here, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming on. We look forward to the season and some great racing here.
Absolutely, brother. Appreciate your time, man. Go enjoy the rest of the race.
Will do. 10-4.
That is Anthony Giuliano. I'm going to get it right by the end of the season. I promise it. But appreciate his time here. As you have seen some great racing out here on track. Wilson leads Hearn right now by about 1/10 of a second. Seth Ryder, as I've learned now, is third. Jason Dalton, Brandon Sheets. How about Landon Quisenberry? He is up to the 6th position now. So we're starting to see some comers and goers here as we get later on into the afternoon on this 150-lap race. little shy of 200 miles. And protecting that bottom line, going to make Mark go around the long way here potentially. The long way home. See, less than a tenth of a second right now. Great fighting. Oh, Mark almost got the wall there off turn 4. You got to be very careful of that. So as we hit the halfway point here, let's take a look at the race summary. What we have seen, brought to you by Track Time Entertainment. You just heard Anthony talk about it. 30 racers started the race tonight. Justin Wilson leads, only 4 cautions so far. And Cameron Hurd right now at the fastest lap of the race at a 30.7. Again, brought to you by Track Time Entertainment. Appreciate everybody being a part of this. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, please. We'd love for you to be a part of the broadcast and each and every broadcast that we have. So many different leagues that you're on pretty much every night, except for Thursday right now. And I'm a one-man show, in case you did not know. It is me, myself, and I. Broadcasting the race, as I always like to say, I'm the production guy, I'm the voice guy, I'm the coffee getter. At this late in the evening, knowing I have to be at work at 6 a.m., I'm more of a water getter or something like that. Because you drink coffee, I'm not going to sleep tonight. But as I've said before many, many times, it is not about me. This is about the league. This is about the viewers. My job here is to put on a good show, just to let you guys sit back and enjoy some great racing from some great drivers. And look at this mess. 27, a little defensive move down to 22, it looked like. Fontaine, here's Andy Bergani. We haven't said his name since he was spinning in the heat race. He has worked his way up to 12th, slowly and steady. The 29 of Kohlhaas coming up back through the field. Ryan Sutphin also down there. You see the Fontaine sliding up the track a little bit, trying to push the 27 up. Had to get out of the gas though a little bit. Now the 29 going to dive her in there. Some fantastic race. I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys really are too. So many great series to be a part of. Lap 81 in the books. Wilson still leading. He's led the most laps so far this evening. I mentioned earlier, Reeder was struggling in this race after having that long pit stop. We bounced back with a 14.4 last time and now sits 1.1 seconds out of the lead with Dalton there behind him in the 4th position. Brandon Sheets in the 5th spot. Gotta love when the vibrations move my cameras around. Let's look out the back driver's side window here. Heavy on the braking down into the corner. Want to try to hit that apex and let the car roll back out. There's Telder. as we have a caution on the track, and I think it is the 68, Brandon Thornhill. Thornhill has gone around, and the 5th caution of the night is out here. Let's see what happens to the 68, and uh-oh, something tells me he might have had a little help here. And unfortunately, that helper, I don't know how to call this one. Harold in there, got his nose on the inside there to 68. They come off turn 4. Oh, and Harold just they had 2 different entrances into the tri-oval, and Harold gets into him and sends him packing. Just a racing incident there. You can't blame any driver for that one. As pit stops are happening. And not sure why my, there we go. We'll go with that. Everybody in pretty much right sides, at least in fuel. Race off pit road with ease, Justin Wilson. Hearn gonna match his time. Reeder, Dalton, Sheets. All those guys gonna be the top 5. When we go back racing here at lap number 85, we're gonna step away for a quick second, come back and get you green flag racing here on the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, back we are here at the Virtual Nashville SuperSpeedway. Appreciate everybody joining us this evening here on Captain TV, Captain Esports Network. I'm going to probably go for a while saying that, just FYI. Just happens. But in case you weren't a part of it, basically I made the announcement yesterday. We have swapped over and become the Captain Esports Network. We're in the middle of changing all of our graphics and stuff and updating our social media pages and YouTube and stuff like that. But we have gone away. And the reason behind it is because, one, let's just be straight honest. Captain Esports Network, that's where everything's going right now, is esports and networking and stuff like that. And I feel like that pushes this channel into that esports realm. Because unless you're hooked up to like a Roku or Apple TV or whatever you like to watch your stuff on, there's really, you're not watching this on TV. You're watching this through streaming and stuff like that. So, and that's part of what the esports is all about here tonight. And I felt like this was the right opportunity with help from Anthony who created this awesome logo you're seeing over here on the right side of the screen for me, Anthony Giuliano, and I thank him for that. You know, with help from him, and of course graphics that I've had from Michael Steffen. Those guys have just, you know, I'm super just honored and humbled to be a part of so many, be around so many great people and great leagues and stuff, including this one tonight. I've had a blast in these first 87 laps here tonight in the Gridfinder Xfinity Series as Wilson leads them back to the green. Hearn with not such a good restart, and here's Reeder going to get to his inside for second. Dalton right there behind him. Everybody there, 4 tires and fuel, and getting some damage fixed if they had the chance to. Oh, easy 78, loose and now up into the wall. Brandcamp had a little bit of a save there, had a little bit of a tank slapper, caught the wall, and it kind of helped him keep it straight. Thankfully, these Xfinity cars are tougher than 80 grit sandpaper. Tougher than $2 steak, as good old JR would say. Oh, another, whoa, back there, Sammy. I think that was Fontaine. Holy cow, that thing was gone and he caught it. You gotta get, watch this, guys. This is a wild move here on the 22. This is where I say he had both his hands and feet on the wheel. Trying to save this thing. Gets crossed up there at the 29. Hold on, young fella. Now the 22 under attack from the 26 of Sutphin. As that goes on, right in front of these guys. Oh, one of those hornet's nests brewing. Back there's Ira Kolas, mentioned earlier, paying tribute. Or not really paying tribute, more running a paying scheme in honor of a friend and family member. This one, hopefully that young man feels better. I'm trying to remember exactly who the gentleman is there that Anthony explained to me, but we hope that person gets better. Obviously, nobody deserves to be going through any kind of an illness, and you know, my side, of course, sitting here broadcasting a race and doing play-by-play, and I think I would, it wouldn't be right of me to send out condolences to Bob Jenkins and family. If you're a race car fan, a stock car fan, an Indy car fan, a sprint car fan, you know the voice of Bob Jenkins. He was the gentleman that brought ESPN to NASCAR back in the 80s. He was voice behind IndyCar all the way up until last season when he stepped away to treat brain cancer. And you know, to read yesterday had passed away. That's one of many broadcasters that I look up to as somebody who's wanted to be a professional broadcaster myself. That one hurt to see that one. So definitely rest in peace to Bob Jenkins, and more than that, thank you for what your contributions were. And I've been told by many friends, I lived in Indiana for a 5-year period, and I've been told by friends up there that got to work beside him and get to know him. He was just as class of an act as he was on the track, or as he was in the booth, as he was in person. So definitely gonna miss the voice of him. I got to hear a couple of his broadcasts actually at the track when I was at a couple Indy 500s. So rest in peace to him. And on the football side, I mean, I grew up a Florida State fan, so losing Bobby Bowden on Sunday, that was another painful one, man. So 2 days of painful losses on my side when it comes to people I've looked up to. As Hearn, look at this move to the outside. Power move. He got up there in that right rear and was able to get the run off the corner. A little side draft action. Hearn is all over Wilson here. But saying about Bobby real quickly, I was a player. I played football. I wasn't that good, but I played football. But he was the one football coach I wanted to play for if I ever got a chance to play college football, period. Oh, look at this defensive by Wilson trying to protect the line on Hearn. Hearn's not going to have a part of it. Here he goes to the outside, and Blippy looking for the lead. These guys are putting it on. Hearn going to cross him over, I think, here. Wilson running like an IndyCar line down the back straightaway here. Oh, contact, little bump drafted. Hearn going to the apron. He's trying everything. Cameron looking low. He's looking everywhere. Look at Hearn back there fighting that wheel. This has allowed Seth Ryder to come up here into the battle. You see right back there, Dalton also coming into the picture here. You wonder if Cameron's going to put the bumper on here any minute. I've seen him use the bumper on people in other series. Driving in there pretty deep. So 3 cars off the track so far. It looks like Brandon Thornhill, Jason Maines, and Anthony Giuliano off the track right now. Still 27 cars out there, and there's still 26 of them on the lead lap. Only Leonard Frost sits 2 laps down right now. This is awesome. You wonder how much of this dirty air behind Wilson Hearn's going to have affect his car and maybe hurt those tires just a little bit. I should make mention Giuliano has gotten back on track. He is still 30th right now. But looks like he's going to work out there to gain at least 2 positions in this race and come out 28th here, gain as much as points as possible. All of a sudden, I can't talk. All right, looks like it's settled for just a split second as I look around through the field here. Got this fight going on back here. There's Rue and the 97 of Harvey back here, Sutphin and Telder. Dale Lee, haven't said his name all night, at 40 car. The Smith & Wesson Camaro. One thing you will learn about the broadcast mind, looks like Telder backed into a light pole or something, is I don't like to focus on the leaders all the time. It's all about everybody on the track. I'm all about watching great fights. I don't care if they're multi-laps down or what. If I find a battle, I'm going to show it to you. And Brian Sutphin is on pit road here. I don't know if this is a scheduled pit stop. And Brian just disconnected. I think we just lost Sutphin. Yeah, Sutphin's taking the 26 behind the wall, so not sure what has transpired there. Dylan Reed looking the high side here. Quisenberry trying to hold him off for the 7th position. Again, I do want to share a thank you to all the viewers watching tonight in our debut broadcast of the LSRL Xfinity Series here, presented by Gridfinder. What has been a fun Music City 150 here, the Virtual Nashville SuperSpeedway on iRacing. Again, next Tuesday night, we're back at Virtual Michigan. You see the top two have kind of settled out now, so you wonder if the tires have hurt the 15 now, or if he's trying to cool them down maybe for another run at it. A couple other names in the series we really haven't had a chance to say. There's a David's number 9 of Robbie Buckner. Robbie in the 18th position right now. A name I don't think I've said all night. Jeremy Moore, the 7 car, running 19th in this field right now. So he's got a little bit of damage on the car. And Keith Bouchard here, the old school Rusty Wallace MGD car. Running back here in the 20th position. Here's the 5 in the Wilder Graphics, number 5 in the 21st position of Joseph Murata. Here's Harold. I mentioned him a couple times tonight. Darner back in the 21st spot is Telder's making a pit stop. Matt Telder. Not sure if that's a scheduled pit stop. We'll have to check on that. Chris Hahn back here in the 71. Second position for him. Jeff Converse. There's the send it number 92. Dan Worley to beating up number 33 car, running 23rd right now. He's out here surviving, doing a good job. And we got leaders on pit road here, so I was going to talk about the 11. I'll come back to him. The leaders are on pit road. I can find a good pit road camera here. There we go. 29 in, Ira Kohlhaas. He is on pit road. 4 tires in fuel, it looks like for him. Landon Quisenberry is in. You see the 7 leaving pit road. Left side tires in fuel for Landon. Going to be a 14-4 on him, and here comes Cameron Hearn from second. That ought to force the leader to pit road. The Blippy number 15 is in. He rolls away. Everybody else pretty much staying out right now, but Cameron Hearn, a 14.3 second stop, so good lap there. Cameron started back in the 12th position in this race. Question now, when does Justin Wilson come to pit road here? Because obviously it's a matter of time here before we potentially see the 15 make the pass for the lead here. You see more cars coming to pit road, it looks like. Somebody dive off to the left side there. Dan Worley is in. As we still wait on the leader to come to pit road. Here comes Seth Ryder. The 19 is in third place. Coming in with 34 laps to go. Car in, right side tires going on. Jason Dalton up to the second position right now, and he's actually starting to turn some faster laps than the leader Wilson. So not sure if Wilson maybe burned up his tires trying to hold on to the lead over Cameron Hearn, but I'm noticing now the 73 is starting to catch the 58. Now checking on Cameron Hearn. Hearn right now is running laps over a second faster than Wilson. So if this plays out, you're going to see the undercut, as they call it in racing, happen here on this pit stop here. And likely Cameron Hearn will be your leader unless something very interesting happens. Here come multiple cars to pit road. Brandon Ayers, who's had a great run in the 51 car. The 39 also in. Of Dylan Reed, Brandon Sheets on pit road. Brent Kemp, Harvey, all these guys are in. More tires and fuel, and he pulls away. Dylan Reed also in, as I mentioned. Kind of started in the second position. Won his heat race tonight. And he gets going there in front of the others. 14.3 for Dylan Reed here, so we'll see where they come out, as now the leader is in. Justin Wilson on pit road, right side. He's got some damage on the right side of that car. Look at the scuff marks. When did that happen? Adjusted a 14.6, so we'll see now. Hearn's actually already jumped him. Now look at the leader now, Andy Bergani, who's right there. And he send it, number 13. Fontaine right there behind him, and Fontaine's going to come to pit road now. As a matter of fact, as I look back at the standings right now, and you'll see it over on the left, Seth Ryder has gotten ahead of Justin Wilson for second, which will eventually be the second place car. As Buckner running behind Bergante, these guys are hoping for a caution. Dale Lee on pit road there in the 40 car also. Fontaine, who's definitely fought hard tonight to get where he is. Has been a pretty tough one out there to beat. Doing a great job tonight. We'll see where he comes out. Mr. Kennedy, who is he? So this is right now the race for the lead. You see Dalton unlapping himself. As these cars wait to pit. Here's Justin Wilson now in the 8th position. He's got about 4 seconds, or so 3 seconds back from Seth Ryder now. And those guys are about 6 seconds back, if I do the math right, from Cameron Hearn. So That just shows you the old undercut going to work here. Here's a battle. Look at this. Dalton underneath Reed. Right now for the 10th position, but this is going to be for a top 5 spot right here. Reed might have to get some rowdy energy for his internet right now. It's kind of blinking out, but he's doing okay, it looks like now. And Dalton's going to complete the pass for the 10th position. As here's Joseph Morota in the 5 car to pit road. Regani still out here running 10 seconds up right now. Sheets also on pit road here, so a lot of these guys splitting this run, it looks like in half potentially. Here's Cameron up into 3rd position. He's got 4 seconds before he gets up to Robbie Buckner and about 15 back from the leader. Bouchard ended up in downtown Nashville. They're up the track. So the only cars that I have not seen on pit road yet are the 2 leaders. Everybody else is pitted and looks like going the rest of the way on fuel. We got 1 car stopped in the infield over here. That's Jeff Converse in the 92. Not sure if he had issues getting off pit road or something. It looks like the 92 okay. As now we finally see the I don't see the 13. That's what I was looking for. Oh, never mind. There he is. I just scrolled down my screen too far. And here comes the 9. He's going to come to pit road. So Buckner is done with it, and he comes to pit road. Brigante about 11 seconds still up. As you see Wilson right here, still about 4 seconds back from Cameron Hearn. Now they pitted 7 laps apart, so you would think that Wilson might have enough tires to maybe get up to Hearn. We'll have to see. As I say that, the lead just shrunk down to about 5 seconds or so. Turn 1 and 2 area of the track right now. There's Seth Ryder right there behind him. Having a great run, a great comeback after a terrible first pit stop of the season, of the race even. On board with Ryder. Goes into turn 1 behind the 102 of Telder. Speeds of up to about 175 mile an hour down into turn 1. Banking, I think it's about 12 degrees. I could be wrong on that number. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. So everything's been cycled around to 13, has come to pit road. And Bergani going to come into the 16th position, it looks like. So he's going to fill the gap in one lap down in the race right now. Tell you what, been fantastic tonight. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the broadcast. And obviously, as we get going into the season and into the league, getting to know each other a lot more when it comes to the racers and myself, we'll have a lot more features to bring you on the broadcast and stuff, and so much more. But again, I can't help but say thank you to Anthony for reaching out to me. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, Fontaine and Stefan for getting them in contact with me. And of course, shout out to Harold for helping me set up the broadcast and stuff. With all the new features that he pretty much had, sending them over to me, and of course using them from other leagues too and stuff now. So definitely a great improvement on the broadcast, and I appreciate that. Asked by Brandon, I see, he asking me the fastest lap of the race, I believe it's Cameron Hearn. 30.609 is what I'm seeing. So yeah, 30.609 it looks like, the fastest lap by Hearn. Appreciate you watching, sir. 14 laps to go as Cameron Hearn looking to start his third season in this Gridfinder Xfinity Series race number 1 with a victory tonight. We'll have to see if he's good at strumming the old guitar. Where can Seth Ryder get him? 2.6 seconds back. Justin Wilson, 6.4 seconds back, sorry. Jason Dalton, 9.8 back. And Brandon Sheets up in the top 5 right now. Yeah, they've been running 30s and 31s all night, or all race. The times really haven't fallen off like you would see at like a Dover or just Darlington, Bristol, stuff like that. We usually see times fall down about 1, 2, 3 seconds. Even Homestead, Atlanta. The cars have fallen off a little bit, but not terrible. Battle shaping up here for the 5th position. Oh, now caution's out. We got caution on the track. Right on cue, as I would say. Not sure. Oh, Dylan Gonis is the caution. The 27 has gone around, and we have our 5th caution. And as always, this changes everything. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. See what happens to the 27. Already happened, and we're trying to get it. Wow, this. Oh, that's why it's 10 seconds. Never mind. I had the setting reset. Oh, he just gets loose. Did he get on the apron a little bit there? Oh, and that writes it into the wall, and Quisenberry flashes through. Let's look at this one more time. I want to watch that left front. Did it get down on the apron? Actually, you know what? He hit a bump over there in turn 3, I've noticed. There was a bump right there at the inside. He hit it, and it seemed to bring that car around from what I'm seeing. And we have some pit strategy in play here. Some cars have come to pit road, and some cars have not. Sam Fontaine, Dylan Gonis, who's obviously just spun out. Brandon Ayers has come to pit road. And it looks like that is it for those on the lead lap for these guys here. Quisenberry on pit road. I don't disapprove of this. do something different. All right, let's see if I can get a quick word. I'll talk to the leader of the race here real quickly, Cameron Hearn, in the 15 car. And let's talk to him really quickly. Cameron, I know obviously you're getting ready for a pretty big restart here. Up in the lead, you got a little bit of pit strategy there behind you. It looks like from about 10th on back, you're going to have some tires. You think track position's that important here with this many laps to go?
It's important, but new tires about a second faster. So it's just a matter if they can get through the field. But honestly, I think Seth has a couple laps fresher tires. I think Justin maybe has 7 or 8 laps fresher tires. So I think those are the guys I'm concerned about. Honestly, the hope is those fast guys maybe cause an incident and then get a green-white checkered and then kind of be able to get a little gap on the restart and hold off the field. But if that don't happen, I don't think I have anything for Justin or even Seth, honestly, unless I race, turn some fast laps on old tires.
I got to ask the million-dollar question. Blippy, what's up with the paint scheme?
All right, so Blippy is one of my son's favorite YouTube characters.
Awesome.
So he enjoys watching him. So I felt like, you know, putting Blippy on the car might make it more exciting for him to watch it. So that's the story behind that.
That is awesome. No, my daughter's the same way. She loves Blippy and Bluey and Barney and probably any other cartoon that starts with B. She'll probably watch it. So
yeah, we saw Blippy in concert a couple
Awesome.
of weeks ago. So.
Well, hey, man, good luck. Obviously, it's going to be a tough one here. It's been a great race to watch, man, and we look forward to potentially talking to you in Victory Lane.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yes, sir. That is Cameron Hearn, driver of the 15. I've watched him win many races. Now I got to find. Here's where I get used to the whole channels, where everybody's at. So I've watched him over in another league win some races over there and definitely win championships and stuff like that. So he can definitely hold this field off. As you see, we've gotten the one to go to green. Like I said, I mean, I didn't get to see much of Harold's broadcast, and he did a great job. You know, my job now is to just go in here and do what I can do. And one thing I'm a fan of is talking to drivers. I like talking to viewers. That's why, Brandon, I appreciate your comments. And Larry, I saw put a comment in there, and others. I'm all about talking to people. I'm all about talking to drivers, talking to the viewers. That's what I think makes part of a broadcast great. This isn't about me tonight. This is about, and it never is going to be about me. It's going to be about the drivers, this league, and the viewers. I'm all about taking care of you guys. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the show tonight. And I'm looking forward to, like I said, getting to learn all these drivers and learn about them, get to know them personally, and so on and so forth. And like I do every other series I broadcast for. So, but enough about that. Let's go green here, huh? 7 laps to go when we get the restart. It is Cameron Hearn, Seth Ryder, Wilson, Dalton, Sheets, Reed, Kohlhaas, Remkemp, Harvey, and Fontaine, the first on tires in 10th. Here we go. You heard Cameron mention during the interview, it depends on how quick these fresh tires can get through this field as the battle for second. Here comes Wilson to the inside. And makes the move, the 58 up to second. That's those fresher tires, about 7-lap fresher tires that Hearn mentioned from his pit stop. So far, the new tires have stalled out in 10th position with Fontaine right now. Now Dalton to the inside. You got the blinking number 39 behind him, Dylan Reed coming to 5 to go this time. And those cars are still stuck back there. Fontaine still 5th, Ayers 10th and 11th, I should say. Oh, and around goes Dalton off the bumper of the 19. And now he gets ran into, unfortunately, as he tries to save it. Caution is out. All the drama begins. Let's go see what happens. The Virginia driver having a great run so far to start the season. Unfortunately, a little drama at the end for him. Racer right here slides up the track just a little bit. Like going to the apron here to make the move. Dalton kind of fighting him to the inside. I wonder if Dalton had to get out of the gas a little bit to the 58. And because of that, the 19 wasn't able to get out of it quick enough and got in the back of him. That's almost what that looks like. I want to go on board. We'll get to the left, or to the back here, Wilson. Yeah, see how Wilson almost stops in the corner there. And 19 gets in the back of the 73, and then others collide in there, unfortunately. Was that the 97, I think that is back there, of Harvey. I think that's exactly what happened in that wreck. I think Dalton had to check up for Wilson getting in line. And the 19 just nowhere to go, and unfortunately got in the back of him. Racing accident, you asked me. So this is going to shape up something interesting. The old green-white checker, potentially. Now, I've had the pleasure of being able to go study the rule book here in the LSRL. And I've gotten to know a lot of different rules, but the one thing, of course, that has slipped my mind, and I'm going to look at the rule book right now to get the answer. The good thing is I can pull it up real quickly. Yeah, maybe it's not in there. Is the old green-white checkers. But the one thing I should mention tonight, my bad on this one for missing this one, but 70% fuel obviously in these cars tonight, so not able to run the full percentage of racing, obviously 80% in the Cup Series when that kicks off tomorrow night in its race, which again, you'll see that later on in the week here on Captain TV. Anthony and I are actually going to meet afterwards. We're going to share some notes and get you pretty much everything you need for that broadcast when it comes up, and hopefully be able to pull some creative features into that. Since it's not technically going to be a live ran race, but it'll be a live broadcasted race. All right, going to go green here. And this will officially be green-white checker number 1. First race, why not have a first green-white checker? Appreciate you watching. Oh, pace lights came back on. Apparently debris found somewhere on the track. Yeah, Seth has done a great job. I mean, his first pit stop, he had like a 30-plus second stop and then restarted it back and worked his way up through the field, and here he is up in third. Fantastic run for him. And outside that little contact there with the 73, which actually, speaking of the 73, if you look in the top right, the 4th car outside lane, there's Dalton. He's still in this race. He just was able to get his car going there, and thanks to the contact of the other 2 cars, kind of set him off and going. So if you've never seen a green-white checker before in any kind of racing, green flag comes out. If a caution comes out, then depending on the settings of the league, we could do it again or the race could be over. If we get after the white flag. The next flag will end the race. As Cameron Hearn can go, and he is on the pedal quickly as the pace car pulls off. Green flag back out. And right off the bat, the battle for second, which is exactly what Hearn wants to see. Come on, Brandon Sheets back here in the 72 car, making a move up to fifth. Actually, that's up to fourth now for him. As they come off turn 4, it'll be the white flag. Final lap here in Nashville. And yes, the final lap, and a big shout out to One to Go Studios. I wanted to leave those up there for tonight because he deserves it. Harold, thank you very much for what you've done for the series and for all your help tonight into getting this all going as we kick off Captain Esports Network with the LSRL, and a win for Cameron Hearn. Scores the winner in the opening race at Nashville. Blippi goes to victory lane. Seth Ryder second. Justin Wilson with some contact there. Second and third. Not sure if that was on purpose. And now we got some wrecking back here in the back with Telder. Not sure what that was all about. The camera gonna bring her down. You're gonna light up the Nashville sky. Gonna play a little guitar. As the top 3 pull up, top 4. Hey, let's make it a 5-car group here. Actually, wait a minute. 92. Maybe it must be a team photo here thing or something. Are we gonna have dueling burnouts here? I'm not quite sure what that's about, but okay. Maybe it's a photo op. Maybe that's what that was. That was awkward looking. And now we got a photo. It looks like the 59 Daytona 500 all over again. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. And thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you guys watching tonight. All right, well, we're going to pull them up here. I guess there's no burnouts. I don't know. I'm waiting for them to light up the sky, but of course, if there we go. I like to try to get them to do their burnouts before I talk to them and stuff. Let them get the excitement out of a win and open the season off for Blippi and Cameron Hearn. I was told he was the guy to beat this season, and well, he's proved it here tonight. Great run for him, and he didn't even start up front. Started back in the 12th position and just slowly matriculated his way up the field, up the track. That was my Hank Stram impersonation there. As taking a look at the finishing order tonight, the Gridfinder's Xfinity Series. Hearn wins it by a second over Seth Ryder. Justin Wilson third. How about Brandon Sheets up to fourth? Dylan Reed fifth. Mark Brinkamp comes back to finish sixth. Ira Kohlhaas seventh. Jason Dalton ends up eighth. I'm sure he's going to be a little disappointed about that. Ninth, Sam Fontaine. And how about that? Andy Bergani up to the 10th position after running as long as he did on that tank of fuel, and then coming back and using the strategy and the tires to get back up there. Brandon Ayers 11th. Chris Harvey 12th. Dylan Gonis, tough run for him, 13th. Landon Quisenberry looked like he was going to have a good run tonight. He fell down to 14th. Dale Lee 15th. And then the rest of the cars a lap down. Joseph Marotta, Matthew Telder, Robbie Buckner, Jeremy Moore, Dan Worley, your top 20. 21 through 30. Leonard Frost, Harold Darner from the booth to the track, 4 laps down, unfortunately in 22nd, but he definitely had his bright moments tonight. Jeff Converse, Keith Bouchard, Chris Hahn, Adam Brady, Brian Sutphin, unfortunately behind the wall. Anthony Giuliano came back and gained a couple positions there. Brandon Thornhill, Jason Maines going to be the 30 finishers in tonight's Gridfinder Xfinity Series races. Cameron's having too much fun, I think, right now. Let's bring him down here. And Cameron, the driver of the number 15 tonight, the old Blippi car. And yeah, as you see, the car doesn't turn right as it does well left. But either way, tonight, great job, man. You were definitely worried about those cars running up there on the newer tires than you had, but you still go out there and show the speed and show why I think a majority of the field feels like you might be the guy to beat in this championship.
Yeah, I don't know. Justin won it last year. He's real fast. I think that Justin and Seth had a little bit of damage. I think that kind of helped me out at the end. But just, I was worried, but luckily those guys got to racing hard, and the caution fell just like I needed it to, and things kind of worked out.
Now, you guys have had a race here at Nashville last season. At the end of the season, you guys come back to the track. I'm one that's not ran the track, and probably a lot of drivers may not have had a chance to run the track yet. I know it's fun to race. I can tell just watching this tonight. But just talk about the track in itself and how much fun it is to be out there on a concrete track of this size and have side-by-side racing, because you and Justin were putting on a show, it looked like, at one point.
Yeah, it's a fun track, and the corners are honestly a little bit differently. And 1 and 2, the car is a little snug. 3 and 4, it gets a little loose and gets tied off. So you have to learn how to drive each corner, and usually if a guy's better than you on 3 and 4, you're better in the other corner, and vice versa. But yeah, it gets a lot of close racing and stuff. You can kind of pass on the outside. It's just if you do that, you have to pay the price for tires, and you don't really, long run that'll kill you. So you try to not push the issue unless you really need to.
Well, man, great job tonight, opening up the season with a victory as you go to Michigan. Congratulations, you get the first EOL in series history at the first stage or caution break. So you get to go strategize a little different next week. But more serious note, though, nice job tonight. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, I want to give a shout to you guys to the broadcast. I got a couple people watching and said it looks great, so that's awesome. So I appreciate that. All the guys, on this league, had a lot of fun. There's a lot of new members, a lot of speed out here this year, which is awesome. I think the competition levels definitely increased from last year. Just give a shout out to my mom and dad, my wife, my son Hayden, who get to see the Blippy car do a little bit of burnouts. So I'll just look forward to next week, and just glad, like I said, the broadcast looks awesome. We got a couple of texts already so that's awesome. So keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. No, I appreciate that, and I think I'm going to speak for everybody on Discord, Anthony. I know you're in here with us, but I speak for everybody on Discord. We expect to see a Blippy photo of you in the next couple minutes on Discord.
See if we can make it happen.
Awesome.
I got the hat and suspenders. So.
I knew it. If you're going to be a Blippy dad, you got to have the Blippy suit. So nice job, man. In all seriousness, great job, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Cameron Hearn, the winner tonight, and yeah, I think the challenge has been laid down. He's got to put the Blippy suit on. I think that is definitely a must here this evening. So, all right, let's get our second place finisher into the booth here, and that was actually Seth Ryder. I had a little brain fart there for a second, but Seth Ryder joins us as the 19 gets to P2 tonight. What a comeback for you! You had a what would be the best way to put this? A slow pit stop there at the start of the race, and had to fight your way back up there through the field. Had one little bump in the road there late in the race, but still a great P2 finish.
Yeah, I got the wall in that first run. So that first stop I had to come in, and I decided to fix up all my damage. But after I got that damage, it was really, really tough. I didn't have the straightaway speed. It definitely felt like I had aero damage.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun coming through the field. There's always fun racing with Cam and Justin. I think I had too much damage at the end to be able to contend with Cameron or even Justin for that matter. So, but it was a lot of fun there, and I'm pretty happy with the comeback.
I brought up the situation, and I just want to kind of confirm it to make sure. It looked like in that incident, Justin, obviously come down the track there, and it's right to have the bottom groove kind of checked up, the 73, and just before you could get checked up, got into him.
Yeah, I don't know if I came up into him. I definitely drove it in pretty hard in the corner, but I felt like I was as low as I could be. I don't know if I honestly don't know if Justin, if I was 3 wide on the bottom there, but I definitely got into his left rear there on accident. Don't know if I could have given more room, but I did what I could. I tried to check up, not to hit him, but it was just a little too late there.
I think it was just a racing deal. Obviously, I didn't know Jason. I know it wasn't anything malicious or anything like that, and it's just a tough situation there. But still, man, great job, great comeback tonight, second place finish. You had some fans watching you. Brandon, of course, watching you tonight. Janet, not sure who she is to you, but she was watching tonight. And yeah, good viewership for the Reader clan, I guess we'll call it, and a great second place run. Shout out to whoever you like.
Yeah, thanks. I just want to thank my team, Elliott Souther eSports, everyone over there, our sponsors, Nutrient Solutions, OfferPad, HAR Towing, in transport, and thanks to my mom and my friends, whoever is watching. It was a lot of fun tonight.
So
And thank you for the broadcast.
So with the Sadlers out of South Boston, is there any kind of a you finish in the top 5 free bologna burgers or something deal?
Yeah, well, I hope so, because I work for Ellie. He's my boss, so he definitely owes me a couple lunches already.
Very nice.
And I'm gonna kick his ass if he doesn't get me any.
Whoa, hey, he's a big guy now. Come on now, he's a big dude.
He is. He's about 6'4", and I'm about 5'5", so not a good matchup for me.
All right, Seth. Nice job, man. Congratulations on the top 3.
Thank you.
All right, you too, buddy. Seth Ryder there, top 3 finish for him. Did I just create a group already? Oh, man. Justin Wilson joining us now. 3rd place run for you. Justin, I know you fought. You led the first half of that race, and obviously Cameron got up there with you. You guys had a great battle for the lead. You were, heck, almost running IndyCar-like lines out there trying to keep him behind you, force him to try to get to your high side. Obviously, that pit stop was the difference. Was that just something you were trying to do different, maybe go longer to get the fresher tires on him, or just talk about your side there? What were you trying to do there?
Well, I knew I was better on the long run because I always paid mine to the tires, and I knew Cameron was always very quick on the short run, and I knew that if I was able to keep him behind him, I would eventually be able to pull away from him. But the cautions really didn't play out where I wanted, and the pit stop, when I saw him pit, I figured, I could probably stay out and maybe gain a little extra tire wear. Well, while running my mouth on strategy, I went up and scraped the wall and kind of tighten the car up, so I was kind of obligated to try and stay out and maybe get the fresher tires. But obviously I was 100% wrong, so it really did not help at all. The tire fall off wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be, so it was really hard to catch him. But the cautions played out there at the end for us to have a shot.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point there, tire fall off tonight. I know somebody asked me about the fast speed during a race, and I was looking over at times when the pit strategy was happening, cameras on pit road, and he comes out and he's running 36s, 37s, 38s, and you were only running like 31.9s, and I'm like, well, that's not terrible compared to some tracks you fall off 3 miles an hour or something. You're like way off.
Oh,
the
yeah.
pace.
Yeah, and that's what we were expecting, but like I said, it definitely proved us wrong there.
Yeah, and still great job there, and especially when he was faster in that shorter run there, you were able to hold him off, and that showed the track position part and how important that was here this evening. But still great effort, 3rd place run, good start to your season, and your chance to give shout-outs to whoever you like to.
Oh, yeah, I want to thank you guys for putting the show on, man. I'm going to go back and check it out. I want to thank my teammates. I had Chris Hone, Keith Bouchard out there, and Brandon Ayers, he was out there as well. And yeah, I think Brandon had a pretty good run. But I want to thank Cameron and Seth for that great run, man. We were in close battle, and I mean side by side, hit a little bit of rubbing. I mean you can't beat that. I mean I'll gladly take a 3rd place, easily for a racing like that.
I was waiting for Cameron to give you the bumper there in turn 3 a couple of times. I'm like, yeah. It's coming.
Oh, trust me,
it's coming.
When I threw that block down the back straightaway, I was like, here we go into turn 3. I know I'm gonna die, but. We had some really close battles, and me and Cameron, we race like this almost every race, so it's nothing new, man. It's great. It's actually a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Great job tonight, Justin, and pleasure, and we'll talk next week. Or actually, this week, later this week maybe. So Justin Wilson joining us, 3rd place run for him. Great job on his part, and what a great race it was this evening. And I find out I was saying Ryder right. So I'm happy about that, and that's no dig on Anthony. Obviously, we're all trying to figure out names around here. Heck, like I said, when I work at FedEx, I still wear my name tag just to remember what my name is. So it's totally understandable. So what a great race it was though tonight. Definitely a pleasure and an honor to be a part of it, and I'm just very thankful to be a part of another fun league. I'm looking forward to the Wednesday night race. Like I said, it won't be live unfortunately here. But I will be broadcasting that race. We're going to actually talk about it here after the broadcast, and we'll get it all figured out and finalized, and I'll get you a stream so that you guys can come watch, and even the drivers, who knows, maybe I'll pull you up during the race, and we'll have some fun with it and make it definitely entertaining for everybody. So I definitely appreciate Anthony and everybody from LSRL. I promise I will have it right by the end of the season, but Lightspeed Racing League for being part of the team now with the Captain Esports Network, of course, the kickoff of the channel. Tonight was the first broadcast of that era of this channel. And we appreciate all the sponsors. And make sure you go check out their websites and all their activities and stuff that they got going on. We appreciate all their support. And a big shout out to, of course, all the drivers and all the viewers tonight. So with that being said, I'm out. And one thing you're going to learn in this series, all my other series know this, that I always leave you with a very interesting line, and some like it. I've never heard anybody complain about it, but it's so true when you get out here on a simulator like iRacing. And it's the line I like to say, remember, it's not just a game, it's iRacing. See ya!